Cross ExAnime, episode 131. I'm Justus. That's Matt.
That was so long of a pause.
B-list.
No, we're talking about the B-list today. So it's Konosuba, Dr. Stone, Hell's Paradise, Dangerous in My Heart, and Skip and Loafer, or Skip and Loafer, whatever you want to call it on there. All of them are episode 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So it's nice and easy. This is the best list out there. First things first, Konosuba.
Explosions.
Megumin finally has her. Yeah, Megumin finally got her explosion powers, and it was the greatest thing ever. And literally, I'm watching this. I'm like, what's the end of the story? She's like, oh, I graduated. I get to go out in the world. I'm like, this is it? Because it kind of felt like it was going too fast to be 12 episodes. I thought they were going to end it after like 10 or something.
Well, once she got her explosion powers, and it's like, oh, maybe the last half is how she gets her staff. Nah, that was the next episode.
Next episode, like, I'm leaving. Here, take this staff. It's like, that's it? That's all there is to...
Yeah.
There's only one of them that have a staff up there. But it's like, out of all that...
It's also a different color orb.
Yeah, it's her snow one. I think in the show it changes colors at some point. I think it's always supposed to be blue, but I think a lot of people do red. I don't know for sure, man. What do I know about Megumin? She's in her school uniform in this one.
Yeah, she
See, I have great reference material, even though Justus gives me so much crap for it. Look at all this reference material up here.
Hey, Megumin is very sentimental as you find out that the staff is a gift from friends parting, and so is the eye patch. And
yeah, the whole time I was wondering, like, when did she get her actual eye patch? It's like, boop, here, you can have this. I'm like, I don't know, use dirty eye patch on there? Seal away her magic powers bullshit.
I mean, that one chick admitted it doesn't do anything because she wants to be a writer, and she's like, the first step is making crazy stories.
I mean, they all made up crazy stories. Maybe wants to keep a cat in class. She's like, yo, here's my other half of my soul. Take it. It's like, nah, I can't take it. If you don't let me have it in class, the demon inside of me will be released. Okay, you can have the cat now. We're going to name it Megumin and then ink. And now it's like some demon lord.
Yeah, I mean, the cat finally got its original name.
Well, yeah. But I mean, the whole point of like episode 3 was like, woman shows up that's been showing up in between the episodes. Finally, I tracked you down, Lord, demon, whatever. Megumin's on the ground. Of course, just can't do anything. It's like, I knew this day would come. Be my servant. I'm sorry, I was talking to your cat on there. And of course, the cat doesn't want to go, and the woman's like, conveniently, Megumin needs 300,000 Aries. She's like, all I have is 300,000 Aries. It's like, okay, this was too convenient. Yeah. Sorry, I can't give you more. Deal.
Yeah, I would never give up a family member like that. I have this much. Take him.
How much money would you give a family member up for, Justus? If I come to you right now, $300,000 cash. I mean, they could probably come back to you, but if I'm like, yo, give me 300,000 for your cat.
He's a good boy.
You wouldn't take $300,000 for your cat. I would in a heartbeat.
No, I'm just saying he's a good boy.
You need to take him.
You're going 300K.
200,000?
No, I'm not saying I'm taking the 300K. I am taking the 300K.
200K?
I'm taking the 300K.
Oh, 200K now. What's the least amount of money you take Kane for? Kane is his cat, and it's also a black cat. I'll give you Ed for $20. I'm ready to give that boy up.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Ed keeps destroying stuff. $200,000 giving up the cat?
Yeah.
$100,000 giving up the cat?
Yeah.
$10 you giving up the cat?
No.
100,000 it is. Sold.
I would give him up for $100,000.
I want to give that up for a single penny.
If you got all the way down to like $25,000, it's still like...
That's a new car.
Yeah.
So we granted Megumin has more morals than Justus does when giving up his animal.
You don't know how much their fake ass currency is worth.
I mean,
it could be the like Japanese exchange type rate. Like,
no, I'm saying
that
take,
shit was $3,000.
That's gold coins. 300,000 Aries. It's a gold coin. That's a lot of money, Justus. And you said you'd give your cat up for less. This isn't like they have copper coins, so it's worth nothing.
I've also had them for like a decade.
Megumin had her cat for 3 weeks, and she was willing to take 300,000.
If it's his time, it's his time. It's not that he's dying. I'm just willing to give him.
Looks like the average gold coin looks like actual gold is something like $500. So what is that? Like she gave her cat up for like $3 million, and you said you would take 100,000 for a family member that you've had forever. you're a terrible person. You deserve
I'm
to know.
telling you, I'd take 25,000.
No. But besides that, I think it was a good couple episodes. Got a lot of background of Megumin and her cat, her family,
Mm-hmm.
and then you learn Union is still very easy to manipulate.
Yes, absolutely.
And that one woman's brother was actually sick.
Yes.
I thought you were just trying to swindle Union for the money. It's like, no, her brother was actually sick. Well, I'm keeping the money anyways. Well, I guess she had to give it back to Union, but it's like,
yeah, and Kamiko is an idiot releasing a demon. The little sister, just like, oh yeah, hey, what's up?
I mean, what do you expect?
Not a lot, especially from Megumin's sister.
I mean, Megumin wants to be the demon lord. That literally was her pitch in class was, yes, I can defeat the demon king, so I can now be the new demon king on there, even though she can still only use explosion magic once a day.
Yeah, I mean,
So that woman's got to show up again,
it's gonna
right?
be like that for a really long time.
I mean, to be fair, where we're gonna end the show is where the town was.
Yeah.
That's where she meets Kazuma and Aqua and Darkness. They're
Yeah,
all
we
gonna
also
meet there.
do see like
So this is definitely a one season thing, and that's it.
yeah, we also do see a kind of imagined like there'll be a hero like adventurer.
They play up how they look, and it's like, oh,
nah.
she's going places. Like, no, woman, you
Yeah,
ain't
at one
going
point
anywhere.
she also gets her fortune read because she uses her
Sorry.
she gets her fortune read because she explodes a bunch of the demons that got released. And she's like, oh, your future is full of adventure. And I'm not going to show you that. I'm not going to show you that at all. And it's like,
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah,
when
that's
she gets
fair.
eaten by a frog. Is what she's done. Remember they get all swallowed up by a frog and they're all slimy, and then she's in the bathroom with Kazuma.
yeah, I would assume that she got to see Excalibur. That's probably what happened.
Yeah,
that
there's,
would make
there's a
the most
censoring that
sense.
portion of it on there. I don't know. All in all, I really enjoyed these episodes. Do you know what I enjoyed more, Justice?
White chicks.
Watch it. The what? Na 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 na. And I need you. Na 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 na. Senkoku's got you. Na 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 na. Hey, speaking of Senku, Dr. Stone. Justice said this best the other day when we were driving around. Dr. Stone is really good every 3 episodes, keeping you hooked.
Yeah, especially this season, it's got
Because now,
mini cliffhangers essentially.
yeah, but now we're on the boat is the big thing. In these 3 episodes, the boat's finally done.
Yes.
They have an emotional thing where they're like, oh, if you want to go on the boat, get on the boat. If you don't want to be on the boat, don't get on the boat. But they still handpicked people.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's like, who are they going to pick? It's like, they're obviously going to pick all the main characters.
Yeah,
And then
they
they-
do. It makes sense. Of
Well,
course.
the funny part was I completely forgot about the people they imprisoned from last season.
yeah, they thought of everything, man.
They pulled up the 2 characters. I don't have them here from last season. The guys are a part of the whatever army.
Hyoga and
It's like, yeah, we took these prisoners with us. I'm like, well, they're obviously going to be important to the plot in like 3 or 4 episodes because there's no reason they wouldn't have them.
yeah. Look, I mean, it makes sense because they do bring up where it's like, well, if we're taking all the strongest people with us, like, what happens if they break out? And it's like, oh, yeah, they're on a cell right over
Also,
there.
I got beef with this, man.
Also, they could easily do the thing. They're already at sea, man. Push into the ocean.
No, they don't want to kill anybody. They want to give them a chance, Justice.
They're
Murder is bad, Justice.
yeah, but given the chance, the people in that cage are willing to murder and enslave
So
everyone.
This man would sell his cat for $25,000 and would murder someone that wronged him just a little bit. Sounds like a psychopath to me, Justice. 100%.
They are worried that if they didn't take them with, they would break out and enslave everyone
I don't
else.
think they use the word enslave. They would try and turn people politically to be in their favor.
That is absolutely
No.
not. He would rule with an iron fist.
Joseph Stalin was a man of the people. And if you weren't part of his people, you were dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if you were going to say that's a definition of slave, then like Vinland Saga, that woman was definitely a sex slave. I'm just saying.
You're digging your own hole here. You just keep talking.
Of course I am.
It just makes sense to maybe push them into the ocean, for safety. Or
For safety?
here, you know what? Fine, it's okay. We'll put them on an island, and we'll put the key just out of reach long enough for us to get back on the boat and sail away, and then it can just be them, and they can make their own little 3,000-year army,
3,700.
whatever. And
listen, it sounds like
then
I
come
paid
attack.
attention. Okay, so there's something
Then
with the
there's
show.
not murder.
There's something with
Give
the
'em our
show
nickname.
where they're trying to find the Soyuz capsule, and they stumble across this guy like, I'm part of the village, but I'm really not part of the village. It's like, where has this character been the entire time? As a baby.
I think he's been in the background of a bunch of episodes.
I mean, we'd probably have to watch it, but like,
yeah.
it's like my mother saved me and shoved me across this ocean to get here. It's like, first of all,
you do see in a flashback that they left together on a boat. You would assume that the mother may have died. And then
the background thing is like, oh yeah, she just pushed him off like from this, and he magically made it here without sinking or capsizing. A baby and a little like, what is this Noah bullshit of like throw him down the river before he's killed? And it's like, yeah, I know my name was Soyuz, even though I was a tiny toddler.
Yeah. Look, he knows what the island looks like.
Because they're trying to get to the Soyuz capsule.
Yes.
Is the whole point. They're trying to get platinum? Well, they're trying to get the treasure.
Yeah.
Treasure of the capsule that could survive 3,700 years because it can survive extreme heat temperatures. It's like, stuff degrades, my dude. Seals and gaskets will eventually give out.
Yes. But I mean, it's got the best chance. As long as it's undisturbed, and especially because you see
it was on the seashore next to salt water, Justus. It's going to be rusty. There's a tree in it.
No, there's a tree around it protecting it.
This is complete bullshit. You know it yourself.
I mean, the entire thing's bullshit. Like, welcome to the nature of the show. Hey,
But-
this one thing that we need is
Make it
contingent on.
At least they took a whole year to refine fuel and make asphalt. Like they did mention, like, here's a whole year of what happened and about a like Promised Neverland picture show back to the show.
Yeah. I do think the funniest thing was them setting sail, getting a little bit away, and that one dude being like, oh, I know where it is. You need to go kind of over this way. And it's like, oh, it's going to take us forever. And it's like, now it'll take us 2 hours. And it's like, modern technology is crazy, isn't it? It's like that thing that took you 4 days to get to. Yeah, that's like 45 minutes away. And it's great. Modern technology.
What have they done?
Awesome.
So that in these episodes, they've refined fuel.
Yes.
Made basically a generator for this boat. They've made asphalt for
Sonar.
roads, sonar, which
radar. And
trying to think what else. I mean,
basically, once you have sonar, you have radar in a different kind of form.
yeah. I mean, they went into a lot of detail on how that works, and basically, they made an LED display.
Yeah.
Basically, like, oh yeah, if you use this beam to go here, and I'm like, thank God, like, no one ever asked me how to explain this works, because I would just be like, here, watch this Dr. Stone episode. It's gonna tell you how this works. You want to really know how it works.
Yeah.
Which,
It's still cool.
I mean, it is on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what else they made. I feel like they made something else. It's because you changed the time on the computer when you started it. Justice is looking. We have a clock to kind of show us our pacing of our shows to make sure we're not taking too long. It says 3 hours and 17 minutes, and you have that face of like, why does it say 3 hours? Because he's basically opened up the clock, press start, changed the date and time, and then it changed to like 3 hours.
It's fine. We know
It is what it is. Man, this podcast has been going on for 3 hours and 17 minutes on there. We're only at Dr. Stone.
But yeah,
Crazy.
Technology's wild.
No, I mean, so basically they left off with, they see the island, but
They
the
do.
only reason it seems like he really wants to get to the island is to get to the capsule that has like amber. He assumes there's a whole bunch of precious gemstones because he pointed out everyone on the island is named after like a gemstone.
Mm-hmm.
Because Senku got basically all 100 stories from, I don't see her in the main list, the basically priestess, princess, about basically the stories were to help people.
Really?
Yeah, because you find out the stories are mainly to help humanity get back on track and figure out like, these are stones, these are why people are called these, which then I feel kind of got lost over time.
Mm-hmm.
But Senku wants the platinum because once he gets platinum, he can make unlimited nitric acid.
Yes.
Or nitric acid, I think is the word.
Mm-hmm.
So it's unlimited revival fluid.
Yeah. And then they can just kind of
get whoever.
Full steam ahead from there.
Yeah. But then they point out the thing of like the human brain can only remember 150 people. And it's like, we already have 150 people conveniently.
Yeah.
I don't understand that whole thing. It's like, well, of course you're not going to remember everybody, but put Gene in charge.
Yeah, so I get what they were saying. Specifically, if there is 100 and, by having 150 people and everyone knowing everyone, they're more likely to work together. But if you add like 157 people, then you have a group of 7 people that they may not know everyone, or even if there's 300, if half know each other and the other half don't know each other, then you're getting that divide that they already fought over again.
Yeah, I still just find 150 like dumb. I mean, you could still like branch off. Like when he separated the work, people still work together very well that way. You got the strong people doing the big work. You got the weaker people doing more of like the maintenance work. Like what was it? Taiju did all the farming, and then Yuzuri Riha, Yuzui, whatever her name is. She's in charge of doing all the clothing, and she has like her own group. So I feel like when they get more people, they should just divide them into that. Like, here, you're good at farming, you do the farming stuff. You're good at like sewing, you do the sewing stuff.
Yeah.
Because I wonder, there was an article that came out where Toonami kind of hinted at the next season's already confirmed, but they're not allowed to talk about it. So obviously we'll get another season. But I think Dr. Stone's over, right? The manga?
I'm not sure.
So I think this season we'll get a nice tidy up our new next big villain. And I think the season after that, we'll find out what the Ray did. So I'm guessing we get 2 more seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously this season finishes, next season, and the season after that. I feel like that'll be the total of it.
Dr. Stone manga finished March 7th, 2022.
Yeah, so it finished last year. So I think there's not much left. It feels like they're at the point where they've gotten so much technology that there's nowhere else to go. That's my thought process. I mean, well, there is more to go, but you know what I mean? Like, they're at the point where if they get unlimited revival fluid, they can just keep bringing back whoever, and then that's society fixed. Unless he's purposely going to, like, go bad, Senku and, like, make it science only, no religious people at all.
Yeah. I was just reading up a little bit because they mentioned the specific thing. It's called Dunbar's effect, where
you can remember so many people.
Yeah, it's not even specifically remembering 150 people. It's you could actively maintain to some degree no more than 150 meaningful relationships. Whether it's that one dude that you walk by every single day where it's like, hey, Todd, like,
what do you mean
whatever.
Mr. Rogers doesn't remember me?
He said Mr. Rogers has been...
He said he loved everybody.
I'm glad you're sitting down. Mr. Rogers has been dead since 2003.
What do you mean? It's impossible. Has he really been dead since 2003?
I believe so.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of dead people, Justus, did you watch the last 3 episodes of Hell's Paradise?
I know.
Oh, you didn't? Here, let me tell you about it. Yo, shit's wild. I love Hell's Paradise. I think what?
February 27th, 2003.
Shut up.
God.
No one cares about you.
I know my depressing facts well.
I got beef with 3 characters right now. Can you guess who my beef is with?
Is it the one that always has her tits out? But you have less of a beef because it's voiced.
Yuzuri, huh? What if it's the same name as the other girl? No, I don't have beef with her. I have beef, first of all, with Fuchi. He's one of the guard defending captains. They started the episode making him look so cool. Then the minute some bugs show up, he starts freaking out on there. And I'm like, well, that's dumb. My second beef is the guy that was trying to convince Sagiri to give up because she's a woman on there. I was like, well, she's here because she's good at something. And then obviously they're trying to do a time piece. So he's like, well, women should bear children and continue the clan and marry the next head. Fair enough for his time. But he looks so cool. He looks so beefy. And I'm like, surely he'll get a good killing. And they make it look like he's so quick with stuff. Like, I don't even know how to take this. Then he just gets like cut really quick. It's like, oh, I couldn't dodge it. Oh, he was too quick for me. And the next scene, he's not even as quick. The big dude that eats people. That's beef number 2. Beef number 3.
I mean, even in the midst of that, like, while our main character, Gabimaru, is like dodging, it does actively say like, oh, he moves really quick for a big guy. So
yeah,
like,
but it's not impossible. No, you know what beef number 3 is? It has nothing to do with character development. Nothing to do with the story. It's just I'm tired of hearing Tanjiro and characters that are just like it's such a random off character. It's like, that's Tanjiro, isn't he? At one point he starts crying. I'm like, God damn it. Anytime you need a character that just cries like a little baby, cast a guy that does Tanjiro. It's like the dude with glasses. I forget his name. But it's like, those are my 3 beefs.
Senta.
I just had to get it off my chest. I think it was kind of dumb. So, Justin, what did you enjoy about these 3 episodes?
I enjoyed.
Yuzuri's got her tits out. Let's go.
I enjoyed the part where she tried to seduce Gabimaru and he just like, I have a wife. Ben's arm. That was a good gag.
Yeah, it was good because she tries it multiple times. Like, I have a wife. It's like, that's a man right there. Yeah. That's a man.
At one point, she's like, sorry, it's just habit. And it's like, apparently,
habit
being a
whore.
slut's being like built in.
Yeah. It does help that she's voiced by Rei, Takayama.
Just an amazing voice actress.
She's doing 5 shows this season, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
She is busy as hell. I mean, 5 like important characters in shows too. One of which is her own show in general. No, besides that, so you get to see the 2 brothers fight. Also, speaking of cliffhangers.
Quick side note.
What?
With her, you don't have to worry. She was only in 1 episode of one of the major shows.
That's fucked. Still got Oshinoko, but it was 45 minutes. Yeah. And she still kind of pops up between episodes and episodes. She's in multiple episodes.
Did you did?
What the fuck? You know what's crazy? For every one of her shows this season, when she was doing interviews about it, she did change her hair for every single one. Because she does that thing where she like kind of dresses like them. Yeah. Besides that, the 2 brothers walk across a pair of fairies or something fucking. And that's the cliffhanger for this episode. So we're talking about cliffhangers. It was like...
Yeah, they come across a village and it's like...
One of the top... I saw that when that episode came out that same day, like within a few hours. One of the top comments was like, man, I'm scared. So is my dick, but that ain't going to stop me. It's like... I expect that from Hugo64. Because that's where it left off. So you get the background story of the 2 brothers. Tragic. And kind of weird that he infiltrated the clan, rose through the ranks in a month. You would think someone would be suspicious of that. Yeah. But they're like, nah, he's cool. Anyways, brother.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of the characters here...
I like those character combos.
It's just some of the characters here, like, their reason behind, like... Why can't the big dude that is hungry just be like big and mad? Why has he got to be like, oh, he's fucking Clifford the Big Red Dog, just like without the neat like ability to communicate like the damn Big Red Dog? I'm hungry. Smack. Oh, I murdered them because I'm so strong.
I like seeing stuff like that, but it does make me kind of feel for them because it's like at the end of the day, he's just kind of like. He's got the brain of basically like a baby almost, but he's just big and strong and like doesn't like, I don't know. It's kind of sad where they make it this big kind of strong character you should hate. They're trying to show you the good side because that's what they're doing with it.
Look, at some point, this motherfucker is like 8 feet tall. And
just your average high school anime kid.
He picks up a tree with a single hand because Gabimaru was like, I wonder how strong he is. And he's like, thank you for that. And fucking yeets it at him.
Yeah, but it's like,
It's like,
listen,
you're a human.
They do a good job of making you feel for him, and you want to feel bad for him. Sagiri kind of feels bad at the same time, but she's got to do what she's got to do.
You know that part in Rush Hour 3 where they're like, I don't know what you're feeding him, but he's too damn big. Yeah,
it's in the dojo. It's like 25 minutes in.
It's a whole game. But that's the epitome of this motherfucker. The only difference is his swipes can kill. At least with like Gabimaru or any of the other ones, like their tricks or anything else, or like
with him, that's just
the fire ninjutsu
tricks. Dudes over there just on fire, like Fire Force.
But it's specifically those are taught and learned versus this dude's just like crush. Like,
isn't everything just learned, Justice?
I'm gonna learn to skip over this damn show.
That would have been a great segue if we had Skip and Loafer, but there's not. It's at the very, very end. And we're not talking about that yet because I got other things. You find out more about the samurai dude. So these 3 episodes was a whole bunch of background, and I feel like they give a lot of background for these characters. And I feel like episode 7, you're going to see a lot of people die. I guarantee you one of those 2 brothers is dying. He's going to go on a rampage and probably kill one of those fairy people or whatever. And then they're going to kill him. And then I don't know. Because on the island so far, they made a good point of Sagiri was like, when you cut the monster, they cut like human flesh, but they have like no real internal organs. And then they did point out, and I wrote it down. Where is it? Oh, jeez. So they don't have dicks. That is a quote in the show. They don't have dicks. Classic.
Yeah. Well, they said peckers, right?
No.
Something like
dicks.
That. I don't remember it saying dicks.
Listen, a lot of plants in this island resemble samurai that went missing. And then the next note I have after that, so they don't have dicks in quotations. And then I wrote under that, classic. Yeah, but I mean,
they did the like super stereotypical like
the what?
Sorry, I'm trying to like read her name real quick.
Just is trying real hard to think.
Nuragai, I think is how you pronounce her name.
Oh,
it's a dude. You think it's a dude because the
little darker skin. I forgot about the whole thing. Yeah, it's like
we'll get you out of here, and it essentially only establishes that there isn't an escape. The main ship is entirely fucked, and the one dude that's like, well, I'm gonna go the fuck home is dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of the people that then had left are dead now. Like the big tough dude is straight up dead.
Yeah.
Oh, we also forgot to mention. I was right. Yuzahira was faking her death. We were both right that she was faking her death, and the guy she killed, she didn't actually kill. He was killed by something else. It was weird. It's a weird turn. Oh no, he got killed, but then these 2 guys are now responsible for covering her.
Yes. I think the initial problem with that 3rd episode where they're like, and people are like murdering each other, is they must have intentionally shown a couple things that were real and a couple things that were just actively within the imagination of the person being like, people are gonna like die. Because in her case, it was, well, yes, it was a good cliffhanger, but it was like her and the Yamada. I don't remember which one it was, because it looked to be like a younger person, not the fatter
It was
dude.
someone,
that they had stabbed each other through, and it's like,
well, they made the thing is the shot of him from the back made him look like one of the actual executioners, but it was another dude that was just there, and then she toyed with him a lot. Now, back to what you were saying. So basically, you found out this kid that they basically played off as a boy. They go on the beach to wash off. She takes off all of her clothes. He's like, wow, you kind of look like a girl like that. And actually, I'm a girl.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, the dude, she's naked.
That's a child, sir.
It's whatever, teenager, I don't know. No matter what, that individual woman or child or
say,
whatever that is standing in front of you has a puss and you could see the nakedness of the individual. Genitalia exists. You can't be like, you look really feminine for a boy to a naked woman. Like,
well, no, they were still wearing their pants.
No. In that scene, she was already naked.
Maybe from the back. You never know.
They did the wide so that way they could do the light blur.
If someone's washing off in front of you, you're not looking for that dick, man. You're just like, okay, they're safe, we're good. You're not being like, yo, they got a dick, they got a vagina. Let's take a look here.
To each their own.
I will say the only people I want to see get off the island, the only people I care about is the kid now, because the kid has a terrible, tragic backstory. Basically got their whole clan killed. We won't get into that. Tenza, which is her guard, right? Because he's originally trying to save her, like, you don't deserve to be on this island. I'll vouch for you. And it's like, well, that ain't going to work. And then
they're going to get off this island and make sweet, sweet babies.
I really don't care if Gabi gets off the island or not. I'll be real.
Really?
But I want to see Sagiri. I want to see Sagiri get off the island.
Imagine they both get off the island, but his wife is murdered and they go off and
or you know what? I bet we get to the end and they capture his wife and Osa is in on it. And it's like, give us the, fruit of life or whatever it is. What they call it? The unlimited life fruit?
I don't know.
My guess is, and then it's like, he doesn't give it up and they kill his wife, then he eats it there. I feel like that fruit of immortality isn't true immortality. I feel like they have to constantly have it every 10 so plus years. Like Gabi believes it's real because he has seen Osa basically get stabbed and shot a whole bunch of times and still live.
I mean, we've seen shots of that dude with a sword through the middle of his head. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing, I don't know. We're only halfway through the episodes, right? Yeah. Basically. So
13 episodes total.
Yeah. So we're just about half. And they point out these two specific monsters in the forest. That's gotta mean a whole bunch of people are about to die. They spent too much time on it was a very weird.
Well, you don't know that the lesbians are monsters.
I don't think they're lesbians. I think one's a woman, one's a guy.
No, they're both women.
Did you see any genitalia? One had boobs, one didn't. So this one's like a 2x4.
I saw.
You saw from the cut frame. You just imagine the rest of it on there.
That won't stop.
Are you trying to look up the sea of what are you gonna look up? Hell's Paradise lesbian kissing scene. Boom.
I mean, basically.
You know what's weird? Speaking of lesbians, there's no lesbians in
that is the
Dangers of my heart.
You need to stop.
Well, I was gonna come up with people that want to kill each other and Dangers in my heart. Hey, they held hands and it's adorable and it's the 5th or 6th best show of the season so far. Well, I'm not going to put it past Oshinoko. I'm not going to put it past Demon Slayer. It's definitely not better than Skip and Loafer or Skip 2 Loafer, as you like to say.
Yeah. Look.
I don't like that this dude is winning. Not from a me perspective. It's like this dude literally started the series. Kyoyu. Like, I think that's his nickname in it. Kyoyu is what they call him. He started the series of, I want to murder this woman, and he's getting rewarded for thinking those thoughts because he was even going to try and murder her in the principal's office or the nurse's office.
I mean, he's just thinking about it.
That is not thoughts you should be having as a 13-year-old. Yeah, I'm going to murder this person.
Well, you didn't have those kind of thoughts?
No, Justus. Most people don't have those thoughts. Would you like to talk about it?
No.
This week on Pond Week.
I mean, I didn't think people thought about it like that either. It was weird.
Big things that happen. These episodes that I really enjoyed. They held hands, which was adorable.
Can I guess another one?
Yeah. So they held hands. That's adorable. That's the first thing I thought was really cool.
Yamada kabudaning our main boy.
You what? Their main boy?
The term is called kabudan. Once I show you a picture, you're going to be like...
What the fuck does that mean? Yo, we kabudan. No, I didn't care too much for that on there.
By the way, that, a hand over,
just,
whatever.
Yeah, you should explain
that has an official term like name for
That's stupid.
I mean,
Okay, so that happened. They
look at the Attack on Titan one.
Just show me Aaron. Listen, these fangirls, listen, there's a point when you need to kind of stop. They're not going to have gay sex. It's never going to happen. Attack on Titan, we had sex. Boom. Welcome to Cross ExAnime. That's the opening.
I know.
What?
Dude, under the related, I scrolled down just
Now they're kissing. I'm so glad you guys don't have to see what I have to see. It's Justus looking up Attack on Titan gay porn.
No.
He's full on into it,
It's
man.
literally
Like,
just Kabadon.
his search literally says Attack on Titan gay porn. Then it fades to black and they're never going to see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so holding hands, adorable. We're working our way back. The second thing, what?
I'm just showing the
It
search.
doesn't matter. He already changed it. So
Yeah,
they
okay.
held hands. That was adorable. Second adorable thing was the umbrella scene. So she says, I forgot my umbrella. Let me borrow your raincoat. And she's like, it fits me perfect. And our boy's having lewd thoughts about a girl wearing his raincoat.
Oh, man.
Get
Fair.
over yourself. Get over yourself. Yes, you wear my raincoat. I'm going to go do something tonight.
Well, in the raincoat, she's walking away going, ooh, he smells really nice. And then he'll put it on and it was like, she smells really nice. Like,
You're a creeper. So the raincoat thing was adorable because she fakes needing an umbrella. And he pulls. He goes through her bag like, you forgot your backpack. You'll need your wallet. My wallet's right in the top. Is this your umbrella? It's broken. It's like, oh, they like each other. Just do it already. Not like do it, but like maybe hug instead of just holding hands. There's steps to this. And my third favorite scene in this entire show is finally someone in the library is like, yo, someone keeps eating food in here. This needs to stop. But their whole excuse was, which I hated, was we found one single wrapper. Someone's eating food in here. Okay, you didn't need to do that. What?
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking to you. But it's like, really, that was their thing? And then they go into like, they spend half an episode about how, we can break the rules because they always eat food in the, library. What's breaking the rules? They can. And that's when they have the scene where
I mean, she's not wrong, by the way. It's like,
Also,
of course there's a rule of no eating in the library. It's not gonna
chocolate
stop
doesn't
me.
melt that quickly just by holding hands like that.
I mean, it is when you're in love.
Shut up.
The heat, the passion that radiates between the two.
We're gonna see if this TikTok matches up. We're gonna put a piece of chocolate in our hands, hold hands for like 3 seconds. That's all it took. And if it's not like runny melty, the show's shit.
It's tiny chocolate, though.
It's still not gonna melt into a puddle in your hand.
Bean size.
It was not bean.
Yeah, it is. This is like a 14-year-old girl's tiny little. Like,
It's like nut size, like a bean.
you mean it's like an inch?
Solid inch. That better be your thumbnail title, like solid inch. But they held hands for like 3 seconds. It melted in her hands. Librarian walks away and she's like, look away. And she licks it up.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm fair.
I'm fat. But Jesus Christ, woman, you're fat. The whole definition of, like, new definition of fat.
She works out more than you. What do you want?
Also, that fat chick was fucking lying. She knew it. You want my choco? What? Yamada's like, you want my choco pie thing? Whatever. She's like, no, I'm on a diet. Then what? They open her bag or something, or she goes through her pockets, and then choco pie falls out. It's like, I knew it, you son of a bitch. There's no way you. Justus over here, just leaning back, chair. Yeah. You always say so much.
Trying new stuff.
You always say so much less when you lean back. Get into it, Justus.
Well,
Get into it.
I was just trying to move this because I was gonna speak a little bit. Jesus. No,
Jesus isn't in the show.
I mean,
There's an anime about that. We should watch it.
what about Jesus?
Jesus and Buddha
Oh, yeah.
hang out on planet Earth. We should watch it.
Now, lamb.
Wow. Okay, sorry. That was my rant for this episode. I think it's adorable, but there's some beef I got with it. Chocolate doesn't melt that quick.
I mean, it's whatever. It's anime. Also, it's tiny chocolate. So, and depending on what kind of chocolate, like, is it traditional chocolate? Is it a milk chocolate, which makes it a lighter chocolate?
Right, we gotta go to Japan.
In which case, the melting point is significantly lower than regular chocolate. So, like,
You're telling me we have to go back to Japan, buy this chocolate, and make sure it works as a business write-off?
only if we use our ass cheeks.
What?
Never mind.
I'm like, let's hold hands. Just like, no, that's gay. Ass cheeks,
Cheek to cheek. Woo!
I'm gonna make that a meme tonight.
At one point on their school trip, they
I forgot about the school trip.
go to a manga studio, essentially, or a manga publishing.
Yeah, I think it's a publishing company that has some writers in there.
Yeah, something like that. Of course, you're our fucking side dude
Sure.
that.
Is this where they made the booby anime? Can I see the tits of the model that models here? It's like,
No.
cringe.
The answer is no. Fuck off. Yeah. It's.
It was kind of, you know what's great? I don't know if this is actually a manga beforehand.
Oh, we also get to meet the sister.
Yeah, this is a manga beforehand. I like when mangakas will do that where they go to a manga studio. It's like, I feel like from the videos I've seen, this is pretty spot on. Like, they actually went through the time to make sure everything was there. They also point out Yamada is still, I know we've already said this, but she's very tall. Very tall individual, which is why she was scouted for a model. There's still some underlying things. I think we're going to find out some very dark stuff about her remember where she almost broke her nose and she thought that would be it? And she's crying. I wonder if her family's like extremely poor and modeling is the only way she can support her family. Or maybe she has a little brother that looks like Kyoyu, which is why she likes him so much. Like that brotherly kind of like, I'll take care of him kind of thing. Well, what's your hypothesis why she models?
I mean, look, if the brotherly, like, I'll take care of you kind of thing, at one point she hints at, like, loving someone because he was overhearing, like, the chubby chick, and
Justus did kind of really vouch for the show when we initially were picking it. Justus has a track record of picking, like, shows like that.
I mean,
are you wrong?
Two shows. One of them we didn't even talk about on the podcast.
Domestic Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's,
that was before the podcast. Doesn't count. The one show.
multiple shows.
What other show?
Euromanga Sensei.
Huh?
You're the one that initially suggested it.
Euromanga Sensei?
Yeah.
No, I haven't even seen that one.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're
that's
the one
Jake.
that suggested it to me.
Nope, that's Jake.
You're responsible for his actions.
That man's watched that independently. I've never seen it.
I will go through this and we will find incesty kind of shows.
I'm making that a sound bit.
What?
I'm going through this. We're going to find incest, and I'm cutting it there.
No, incesty shows. I think is the word for it.
Whatever. That's weird.
I don't think too much else happened in these episodes. It was a lot of just like, the show is great, but it's getting kind of boring because it just seems like the same kind of gimmick.
You're going to say it's kind of boring, and then we're going to move on to Skip and Loafer, and you're going to be like, it's the greatest thing ever. By the way, we spent an entire episode of her trying to plan her fucking day.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about the dangers of my heart.
No, well, we are, but I'm just making fun of you.
That was a good episode.
We're
you know it.
No.
I'll explain why I'm right in a second or two. Our boy got a new bike. That was one other thing I wanted to say. And he got a nice bike.
We met the sister. His sister.
Oh,
my
yeah.
older sister.
And she's teasing him
at a
about
McDonald's.
Oh, that was so adorable too. I forgot about it. Like she comes down like, I'm going to get an ice cream. I forgot my wallet. Oh, and it's like she's trying to get him to kind of like do a pay.
Yeah, well, initially he was like, "So what'd you come down for?" And she's like, "To use the restroom." And he's like,
"Restrooms on the second floor."
Yeah, maybe I'll get ice cream. It's like,
well, she mentioned two things. They were both on the second floor. Yeah. So she's just there for him. It's kind of a cutesy thing. Then it's like, what are you getting? The soft serve. Then he gets the soft serve for her. It's going up, and he can't get it out of his mouth, saying like, "I got this for you." She's like, copying me again. It's like, dude, that was your chance. That was your chance to clap some cheeks, and you missed it. I mean, hold hands because they got to be cute together. No cheeks will be clapped this episode. Do you want that as a sound bit?
No.
Oh, okay. No cheeks will be clapped this episode. There you go. You can take it from there. Hey, speaking of clapping.
Speaking of clapping cheeks, this week.
Sosuke wants to clap Mitsumi's cheeks. There's your transition. Hey, we're talking about Skip and Loafer or Skip to Loafer on there.
Yes.
I'm going to explain why this is one of the greatest shows out there.
Can I guess?
You can guess right away. I'll tell you that you're wrong.
Is it kind of like the Horimiya thing where
no,
they're
you're 100% wrong.
Or I haven't even said anything.
Yeah, but you compared it to Horimiya, and that's not the reason why.
Oh, I was gonna say like the dialogue is fairly like adult in certain serious conversations and ways of like misunderstandings and certain things like that.
I love shows where the not so hot girl gets the hot guy. That is part of the reason, because usually usually you see it the other way around. But it's nice to see it like the other way for the female audience to get a win. But they like each other not because of looks or anything. They like each other because they actually
at
balance.
The end of this season, you're gonna find out that he's doing it for a dare.
That would be so fun. Why you gotta say that? Knock on wood, that does happen. But I like that their chemistry together is good just by being good friends on there, and it's not like he just likes her just to like her, you know. He likes her because she actually treats him like a person on there, and all the girls just treat him like an object. And she doesn't even notice she liked him until like episode 6. And then she starts to develop feelings when her other friend is dating a boy from school.
No, she's already clearly had feelings. This is just the first time that she's recognizing those feelings. There's a difference.
Okay, whatever. She's a country bumpkin. She doesn't know anything about feelings. Your heart.
Ooh, trigonometry.
Oh. Hey, listen, I think this show is great. I think it deserves 20 seasons. I want to see them grow, develop, get married, have kids. I want to see another series about their kids. I don't know.
Gross. Imagine every season is like the next generation's like kids.
You could eventually just get the 2-year eternity where it's modern day when him with a boba.
But they're already in modern day.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would suck.
I like the show because she does the same thing as like Akabe. It's like a mixture of a couple of shows. You get a little bit of Horimiya, you get a little bit of Akabe Sailor Uniform. And it's like in the way of Akabe Sailor Uniform, Mitsumi is actually like helping people improve on themselves by kind of not trying, but at the same time trying a little bit. Because there's even the whole thing where she gets volunteered to play volleyball. Same thing that happened in Akabe Sailor Uniform, except Akabe was actually somewhat good at it. Mitsumi wasn't good at it at all. Asked Mika to train her rather than, what was it? Yuzuki, which was actually on the volleyball team, right? Because she just wanted to build a better friendship with her. So she's trying. She'll be a great politician, I swear.
I'm sure she will be. And in the second season or whenever this ends, you'll get
I think it'll be a 1 season.
Real cheesy flash forward, whatever. Kind of like, yup, all the ambitions happened, and not typically most of the realistic thing of like, she got to Tokyo University and got 3 semesters in and flunked out and just works at a 7-Eleven. I would love that story where it's like, yeah, bro, same.
I mean, since the beginning of the season, it started at like about a 7.98. I think it's like at a 8.3 or something. Not saying score matters, but I think people have found out that the show is good. It's wholesome. That is the best part. It's wholesome. They like each other, and it makes me happy. I'm happy that they're happy, Justus. Why can't you be happy with me?
Because we had an entire episode, and I'm not saying that the show is bad. It's just kind of boring. Like
that whole. Let me explain this to your little pebble brain. The whole reason they hung out was so she could learn how to be a better student. She did gain stuff from it, But then that wasn't even the point of it. The point was getting the other gal had just closed my laptop, so I forgot her name. It's like Tokyo or something. Yeah, I think it is because it's like Tokkio. Her name's Tokyo or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's from like the Dangers or the Heavenly Delusions.
Do you have my anime list up to see the person? Her name's Tokyo. I swear. She's like the student council vice president. Her whole life has been just trying to live by the book, plan everything out, get the most that she can. And sometimes it's okay to just relax, take in the scenes.
Oh, Tokiko. Different.
Tokyo.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
T-O-K-I-K-O.
Whatever. I'm pretty sure they said her name. Whatever. Besides that, it's all about her. It's not even about our main girl. A lot of these episodes are not even about our main girl. It's about a main girl helping these people realize something they never realized before. Bookworm girl. She can be popular. She can have things in common with people that usually.
Where one of them realizes they just want to murder. Sorry,
I hate you. I'm gonna stab you after this.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize I triggered the snowflake.
But it's always every episode so far has been about her helping other people until we get to this episode, and it's kind of her about helping herself realize her feelings. Right? Episode 1, you're meeting everyone. Episode 2, you're meeting the bookworm girl and the popular girl. And the bookworm girl finally realizes, hey, I can be friends and have stuff in common with the popular girl. And then the popular girl realizes, a lot of popular people, they have fake friends, but I can have real friends here. And then, the Mika, whatever her name is. I need to log back in here. Yeah, Mika, she realizes, it's not about trying to get the pretty boy. Sometimes people just love who they love. And she even has that thought in her head of like, I still love him, but he doesn't love me. Oh, well.
Also, I used to be a fat chick.
Yeah, that was kind of a...
You even see a flashback of like her as like a super chubby like elementary or middle schooler.
Yeah, and she worked really hard to get where she's at. And it's like, well, kind of... She did work hard. But at the end of the day, all the stories are just about Mitsumi helping other people realize you can do other things and it's okay. That's what I like about this story.
I don't know. For whatever reason, it's just when watching this particular show, I'm bored. I'm not saying that it's bad. Like, I have
you could be wrong.
A bunch of shows that are along the similar veins of this. A perfect example is A Place Further Than the Universe. Similar style.
Boring. It'll never go anywhere.
Yeah, okay. I enjoy that show a lot. This is just, like I said, it's just kind of boring. I'm not saying that it's bad or that I even don't like it. It's just at the end of it, it's like, yeah, that was 3 episodes. But that's just me.
You don't like rom-coms. I think that's your problem.
But I do like rom-coms.
No, you like comedy roms.
Well, no, because I liked Horror Mia as well.
That's more of a comedy rom than it is a rom-com.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. This, I could tell you probably don't like this because I don't think you like Nichijou. Did you? I wonder if it's also an animation thing mixed with it because it's not the greatest animation. It's very story driven.
Just be the animation because like
I think we watched other
the
stuff.
Genre is just drama and like seinen as well, so kind of girl-ish focused.
I mean that's what it is.
Yeah, but like even for me, that's not a problem either because one of my most recent favorite shows has been Fruits Basket, which is really geared towards ladies. So,
Mid. If you really want to watch a show geared towards ladies, you'd watch Haiku.
Haiku?
Yeah.
Well, that's geared toward people who want to be in volleyball.
It is like, I guarantee you poll the entire population that likes Haiku, it's like 98% women.
I mean, probably. We should probably call it there because I really don't have anything further beyond that other than the chick from Hell's Paradise.
Yeah, it's like $200 something.
Yeah, she's already getting a figure.
I think right now in the anime
which is wild.
Well, I think right now in the anime world, there's even figures coming out before the season has even like started.
I mean, Hell's
Like
Paradise
Oshinoko, before the first episode even dropped, you could pre-order the figure.
Yeah, in those cases, some of them like they're based off of really popular manga.
Yeah.
Like you can get Hell's Paradise and Oshinoko in the middle of bumfuck Iowa.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing too, I mean, I just want to talk a second about it, is I think they've gotten very good at guessing what will sell very well. Because if you think of like older figures, like let's say you take your C2, probably when that came out, they're like, well, we got to make sure this sells really, really well because we can only do so many of the Haruhi
She's a
figure.
goddamn god.
Now it's like they can pump out a Megumin figure like that's not even anywhere, and it's like, yep, it'll sell out.
Yeah.
Or I don't even think like, I mean, Anohana probably was kind of tough,
Probably.
but now you can buy.
But that's just the market of that. Like
Yeah, that
anime
area.
overall, especially the time period of the 2007 to 2011.
It was harder to get stuff then. Now it's like you can get high quality stuff for, maybe we'll even do a thing at AI, but you can get like high quality figures for like $50,
Yeah.
and this stuff hasn't even aired yet. So that's all I got. I'm Matt. That's Justice. It's hot
It's very hot in this room.
because I'm here.